I'm here at one of my favorite places for sunrise. From this pavilion you can see out across the water here where the sun is going to come up. But also down by the water itself there is a really nice park bench to just sit and just enjoy the quiet, the peace, the tranquility, and the beauty of watching the sun come up. Right now there's a lot of wind. The sun is really bright. But in the morning, there's rarely ever a wind. It's just nice and peaceful. And you can just sit for the whole hour of blue hour, the 30 minutes before sunrise, right up until the 30 minutes after sunrise, and just really, really soak up the beauty of the morning. There's a little hill here, and up at the top of this hill you can see over toward the Chickamauga Dam and the area where they have public swimming and things. This lake here is generally filled with boats of people out skiing or fishing. And of course this is also the side of the dam where the marina is at. And while you can't get out on the docks over here to get to the boats because they're locked up, this is, again, absolutely beautiful here at sunrise in the morning. Still water, reflections, the sun coming up. Not only is it a nice place to just sort of hang out, it's a great place to take pictures. Well, I'm sort of happy with today's video. There are a couple of problems, obviously, probably more than a couple, but at least a couple. Because this microphone does not have a dead cat cover to reduce wind noise, if it's really windy, it's just going to be really windy. In fact, I cut out part of my talking pieces because the wind was just so strong, it was like equal to the level of my talking, and that just wasn't going to work. I did wish that I had gotten a little more B-roll. I don't think anybody's ever come home and said, "Oh, dang, I got too much B-roll." As I was walking up the hill to do the shot out over the beach where people go swimming, I was thinking to myself, when I get done here, I'll drive around there, I'll take a few videos around that area so that I can kind of add that in. And then I came down off the hill and went over by the marina and filmed that area, and by the time I got done over there, I had forgotten. So there's some B-roll I wish I had gotten to sort of fill in, make it maybe a little bit more interesting. One thing that I did try, now on the very first shot of me sitting sort of on the wall, a low wall talking, I did a push-in shot in post, which I thought worked really well. It stayed static for a long time and then just barely started to push in. I liked that look. But when I got to the end and I was at the marina, I was actually thinking about how I was going to edit this. And what I tried to do was start off sort of at a zoomed in spot that had me, so big in the screen. And then as I walked forward, that area got bigger and bigger to sort of, let me fill the screen more and more, while the camera was pulling back away from me, so that it really had this look of somebody actually filming me until I stopped. And then when I stopped, it kept pulling back, and it should have stopped. The other thing I wish I'd done differently was, because I was using my remote, start and stop on the camera, at that very last scene, I should have walked off scene past the camera, and instead I turned the shot off, and I didn't have any more footage there. So just little things here and there, but yeah, I think that with the background noise It worked pretty good, no music necessary. I don't know. You let me know what you think about how the edit went, if there were particular shots that you liked more than others. It's hard to get a shot of the marina because it was so bright that, you know, the whole marina was almost in shadow because the sun was behind it. So I didn't waste a lot of time there, but it would be better to do maybe either very early in the morning or later in the day. Anyway, I am still 5 pounds down, and as of today, when I'm making this video on Friday, we are 2 weeks away from leaving for our family vacation. I have 2 more weeks to try to lose a little bit more weight. You know, fingers crossed. We'll see you tomorrow.